gaming. You lucky devil. This is worth 18 submarines. Come on, Mama, let the good times roll.
We're looking for more adventure. We just restocked a little bit on some ammunition and such. Coming back from another quest or another hunt. Yes.
Oh my god. I just put two and two together that like you're the guy from Borderlands who
Am I?
There is a guy
You're effectively
from
talking
Borderlands
like
that, yeah, you're Sir Hammerlock.
Oh.
Oh, all right. This fits perfectly for me.
This does make sense because I was just basing him off of like old British like adventure guys.
And that's
would
exactly
go to,
what
like,
he
the
is.
That's
Sahara.
what he's based on. So.
I was gonna say, I
And that
imagine you
fits
like.
right into the thing I was.
See, the only Borderland characters I know are the ones that are the sniper classes because those are the only ones I play.
Right, he's just an NPC anyway. So.
Oh. I don't remember any of those guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say, based on how you were talking, I saw you like hunting space rhinos.
Mm-hmm.
The big gun with the big flared tip on it.
It's the most
See,
dangerous game.
See, yeah,
Zeros.
I used to hunt those sorts of things during my youth, but it gets bland. But did you know that if you go to the local constabulary and you offer them a large sum of money and a man's name, that it's perfectly legal to kill him? And then you go back to the constable and he gives you most of the money back?
Most of it, huh?
Yeah. Minus like 5%. That's a great deal. And so now I get to hunt the biggest and most dangerous of preys at a discount.
I just go.
That's my guy's whole grip of bounty hunting.
Got a good system worked out.
Yeah.
So how do you prove a kill? Like, do you come back with like body parts, or like
Depends what the guy asks for.
is there a space way to do that? Like,
Depends what they ask for.
so I just like I see
usually
you at
would-
Absalon Station like dropping a severed head on somebody's counter, being like, "Money, please."
No.
I'm here
see,
to pick up my deposit.
my
As
guy
I just
has
had Battle Angel running through my head. Here's the bounty.
Reginald has very little understanding of how the bounty system actually works. What would have happened if, say, they asked for the head is I would have killed the man, been very happy with myself for sniping a guy from so far away who didn't even know I was there, and think it was a great adventure. And then Bill, who used to be an experienced bounty hunter before he became the butler for my family, would have gone and done whatever the collecting process was. And then I would have just gone back and been like, huh, such a great adventure, and tried to regale the guy who gave me the job, as Bill is just off to the side with at the actual counter with like, here's the head.
Here's like the dental records. Here's his credit.
Well, like
chip
whatever
or
it was
whatever
that they
want,
asked
yeah.
for. And then like, as I'm just annoying some other man.
So what's Bill look like? Just dressed up like a butler?
What is Bill?
Space butler?
Bill's an android.
But full of nanites.
Yes.
So like you, but full of nanites? It's weird. Or made of nanites.
No, he's not made of nanites.
Alright, so it doesn't like shapeshift or anything.
No, he conjures nanites.
Conjures them. With magic?
Yeah. His
Okay.
nanites are infused with magic.
Rad.
And he's constantly, I guess he is producing them. So I guess he is sort of like those like weird ninjas from Naruto that they're like, my body is a hive.
Oh,
This is
jeez.
my special technique.
Oh my god. Those guys, they shine sometimes. They do, but they're weird. Definitely, obviously.
Can you imagine?
They're inside their body all the time breeding and stuff.
Yes.
Like
That's kind of what I've imagined what Bill is like. It's pretty much just like it's like maybe like just under the surface level, and they're constantly swarming under the skin level.
And like that's a Kat and I were talking about those dudes a while back. Can you imagine if you like start dating one of those guys? Because they're like,
probably only dating the clan, yeah.
yeah, it's like, honey, yes, the bugs come in the bed. It's like, what? The bugs stay in during sex.
I'd be like, surely they can like, obviously they can make them move around for other stuff. So I'd be like, at home, they'd be like, all right, bugs get off for a minute so I can like take a shower or whatever the hell. Like,
Nah, man.
they're just like
They're-
constantly with the bugs.
Yeah, and they let the bugs constantly feed on them.
Well, that's right. They feed on them. and
Yeah,
everything.
off their like power or whatever.
Yeah, dude, they're probably all like fucking busted out in sores and shit, and little ant hills and
You ever had that
bodies full of holes.
Yeah, you seen people with those phobias of like all the holes in
And
like their
trypophobia.
hands? Yeah.
Oh God, yeah.
Imagine their bodies are like that all the time.
Yeah, okay, so your body looks like that, and you constantly are feeling the sensation of insects
Tingling.
crawling all over your body.
Bruh. Dude, so is this like
No,
forced on
thanks.
their children? Like, how early are you? Like, are you born with these bugs, right? So, like,
No.
but you probably get some of your mom's bugs.
They didn't. No, usually they have to like cultivate their own.
Like if your mom has crabs and she has babies get crabs.
Did the
Hashtag-
parent just like
hashtag
give them
babies with
a
crabs.
couple to get started?
Don't-
Donate
now-
below.
I feel like they take them out and make them like go get their own, like go get some.
And go find
Oh,
some
they
bugs.
have to go dig in the dirt and get their own bugs.
Well, I assume that they probably know like a forest to go get some
I
from.
thought they were
A
like
breeding
I
ground
thought
to
they were
pick up
special
the-
bugs.
Yeah, like because they're a special kind of bug, so they have to know where they are in the wild or
Family
something.
just like breed a special bug for them.
Maybe.
Why make them start from scratch?
Well, you turn 8 years old today, so we're gonna dump you in this anthill.
I want to
And
be
now
in the
you're just-
Akamichi clan because they get to eat. That's like
And now you're just making me think of a Swarm Master Ranger in D&D.
There was a guy I watched who went into the Amazon and he went and did their like manhood ritual,
Mm-hmm.
which they take like this special form of like those bullet ants that like they say is like
Oh,
one of
yeah.
those- they take a bunch of those bullet ants and they put them into these special gauntlets so the bullet ants are like all condensed inside, and then you have to
No,
just
I've
sit
seen
there.
those.
Yeah, have you seen this video of this guy?
Mm.
And he stick like him and a bunch of other people from the village like that are all coming of age. Like most of these kids are like 15 and this guy's in his like 20s, and he went there to do it, and he's just this white guy, and they just stick their hands in there, and then they have to like move around a little bit with these on their hands and like do something, and the whole time they're just getting lit up by these things, and by the end he went to the hospital because he went into shock.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like an hour later, and they're like his buddies are recording it the whole time, so you get to watch him just get like at first he's like it hurts, and then he's like, okay, it's not so bad, and then like once they take him off, then it like starts to hit, and you just watch him like start sweating buckets and just getting all red. He's like, I don't feel right, man. I gotta keep going. I gotta make it through. This is part of it. And then by the end, he just falls it down.
right. You know, like you get to a point where like no matter how strong your will is, like your body has chosen to like.
Yeah. But it's like, bruh, can we go back to Twitter and Cheetos on the couch? Why'd we do this?
Well, I'd imagine there's some sort of lead up. They're just like at 15 you get the bucket of ants. At 12 you need to like jump off a cliff or something.
I mean, like you would know that it's coming up. You'd be like, I got 2 years. Like I'm gonna go find one, test it. Like
I gotta go punch a tree a bunch so my hands
right,
get
like
harder.
you're out back at your house. You're practicing. Jesus.
You're
Yeah, if
practicing
it's all
getting
part of your
eaten.
culture, you know. Yeah, if you know about it, then
Build up a tolerance.
Yeah.
We've been slowly building up tolerances for years, you fool.
You dumbass, why do you think this 12-year-old's outdoing you?
Well, Ben, what do you think you're doing on Absalon Station?
I need money.
So you're
There was
just-
2 big space dollar signs on the paper.
Wow. All right. Do you see those guys, or do you guys just?
I think the way that we talked about it before was I'd come up with the thought of like you're an android who's kind of staying away from other humanoid things. My guy's just looking for adventure. Bill kind of facilitates things for me in most aspects of my life. So I could imagine seeing the promise of some great adventure on a world I've not been on, because this place sounds like it's poor as fuck, so why would I have ever visited? And so, but then Bill probably would have seen what it was. It's like, we're going to need somebody else. And then he probably like was scouting around because there's always people looking for work.
Yeah, I like the help wanted sign says need 3 adventures. Bill looks at you, looks back at himself, looks at you, and says, who's nearby? You're there looking at it. It's like you.
I imagine it doesn't say 3 needed.
It says we need 3 guys, and you're like, no, that's not us. There's only 2 of us.
Over 18. What are we gonna do? Of course, you idiot. We just call 16 more people.
Well, if we all just call 2 people and tell them to call 2 people.
Because that's how that works.
What does Ben look like, Will?
Humanoid, mostly like a dark gray skin, lights in the eyes. On most androids that have the markings that glow like tattoos, I have those, but the lights don't operate. So I just have like
So it's like basically non-working LED cover kind of look to it in a way.
like little crevice lines, like where mechanic components would like come together.
Right. It's just they're not actually lit up and glowing.
Right.
Okay.
Like
Gotcha.
on Bill, I don't know how he works with his nanites, but from what I saw, most androids have some form of like that. Mine just don't work.
It's like a glowing circuitry pattern kind of a thing through their over their bodies.
Mhm.
I mean, I assume his lights work. I don't know. Kat built the character, and the only thing I know about it visually is just the picture that she sent of it, where he wears a fancy like jacket and vest and helmet.
Well, she just Googled like fancy cyborg.
Yeah,
like,
and then she's like, "This is what he looks like."
It looks like Dishonored.
I mean,
in
you might
space.
as well be showing us a picture of Daft Punk.
It's a little like Daft Punk.
I'm just saying.
Which
that's
I
what
would be down with.
That's what you got.
All right.
That's what he looks like.
Well, I didn't. Well,
Probably like darker, a little more beat up, like mixed between blue collar and military clothes. Just whatever I could find. Nothing super Dapper Dan over here.
I don't know how you guys are going to afford a shuttle down to the planet.
We can
What did the flyer say? Did it say we had to meet somewhere at a
we can
specific
use
time?
my winnings from my newest hunt.
Oh, the one you guys just turned in?
Yes.
Oh yeah, that's convenient. That's what we'll do. It's every bit of that.
Could I also get a decent meal in a hotel room
oh yeah,
first?
you guys can eat. Like, yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna take that from it.
What's on the menu at this local
I've
casino?
been waiting for that. You're like Pegasus wings. You can't afford them.
But what about on my daddy's credit
Here's
chip?
the alien archive. Eat what you kill.
We'll just go with the shrimp Alfredo.
We all did, didn't we? Like all 4 of us were like shrimp Alfredo. After looking at the bestiary and being like, we could eat this.
And then you're like, what's on the menu that we could afford for a couple of silver? It's like they have shrimp and pasta.
And you're lucky to have that.
And now you've wasted an hour of my day.
So you guys get like in-flight meals?
Oh no. I'm going to
Or a fancy Absalon Station restaurant?
I assume that there's not a fancy in-flight meal.
You're right, because it would be a bad in-flight meal.
Yeah.
So if you go to a fancy restaurant while you're on the station,
yeah.
Maybe that, or
are you gonna buy Bill a meal? Ben, are you gonna buy Ben a meal?
That's gonna happen a lot, isn't it?
It begins.
Well, considering the fact that it said Bill's going to be publicly going as Jeffrey.
It's not that he publicly goes.
Oh,
by
right,
Jeffrey.
Jeffrey.
That's just what Reginald calls him.
Jeffrey.
Oh, okay.
Well, we're all gonna start assuming his name is Jeffrey.
It's going to be
because you're
okay.
like-
So it's just going to be weird when seeing them all interact together because we might
you're
know
like,
him as
I've
Bill.
heard him
but-
call you Jeffrey 100 times, and I just asked you and you're like, my name's
My
Bill."
name's Bill. It's like, why does he
So
call
that's
you?
how little attention you paid it.
Yeah.
Even though he gave his life for you. I mean, not that everybody knows. We don't know that. But it's a secret.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys eat space food. It probably like wiggles around or something. I don't know what space food looks like.
Do you eat?
Yeah, I eat.
Does Jeffrey eat?
You should. He's an android.
Yeah, you should.
Androids still have to eat and drink and sleep.
Yeah, that was a question of mine last time. I don't. Yeah, we need to sleep. What was?
You don't need to breathe.
I don't need to breathe. I think I need to eat, sleep, and drink the same as everything else.
You just get
Yeah.
the shit
but-
out of the stick.
And what about you though? You're just resistant to like exhaustion or something, or what?
Yeah, I'm resistant to a bunch of shit.
For being also like not quite alive.
Yeah.
But I think you do still need to eat and drink and sleep because you're still partially alive.
yeah. Yeah, I
Gotta
still
keep,
I
gotta
know
still
I-
gotta keep the body functioning some.
Yeah,
You
I
just-
know I still need to do that stuff. Let's see. Oh. Yeah, I'm just resistant to just about every stat, like a bunch of negative status effects like sleep, exhaustion, fatigue, stun.
Do you breathe?
Yeah, I breathe.
Okay. That was going to be one of my other questions about there, is if they actually need to breathe still, but
No, he
Okay.
just gets a +1 saving throw against disease, exhaustion, fatigue, mind affecting effects, paralysis, poison, sleep effects, and stunning.
Yeah.
But other than that, yeah, like he still needs to eat, breathe, sleep, and all that jazz.
I am
yeah, you're very resistant to being dead again.
I am immune to negative energy.
Ah, okay.
So that's nice.
Is that like Starfinder's equivalent of necrotic stuff, basically?
Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense.
All right.
That is good to know.
And
Right.
I've got, which I'm assuming it goes for Jeffrey too, a +2 save on disease, mind effect, poison, sleep,
Mm-hmm.
unless constructs specifically targeted.
Oh yeah, he's got the same stuff. Then nanite integration. Oh, that's for his class.
Sir Reginald Romperbottom, do you have another pencil?
Roboborn.
Thank you.
Rotorborn.
Rotoborn.
My family invented rotors, or at least we mass manufactured them on our planet. We have quite a vast empire.
Or the Rotoborn. Master the power of the Thum.
We don't play.